4 vegetables. You must eat in 4. You should never touch if you're over 60. Most people think vegetables are always healthy. But what if I told you that belief could quietly be harming your heart, your joints, and even your brain? Shocking new research shows that certain vegetables, yes, even ones you've eaten for years, can secretly spike your blood sugar, inflame your gut, and raise your risk of disease by over 80%. And here's the real danger. 99% of seniors have no idea which ones are doing it. You might be eating them every single week without ever suspecting the damage. But it's not all bad news. Because on the other side of the plate, some vegetables have been clinically shown to reverse inflammation, boost memory, balance blood sugar, and even extend your life by a full decade. In this video, we're revealing the top 4 vegetables you must eat, the 4 you should absolutely avoid, ranked by how life-saving or dangerous they truly are. And the worst offender? It might already be sitting in your kitchen right now. Before we dive in, let us know in the comments, what city or country are you watching from right now? Today's list will start with the 4 best vegetables, ranked from the least to the most powerful. Then we'll reveal the 4 worst ones, each backed by real science and shocking stats. Number 4. Purple cabbage. Purple cabbage might look like any other crunchy, colorful vegetable in the produce aisle, but don't let its simple appearance fool you. For seniors over 60, this vegetable packs an incredibly powerful nutritional punch that targets some of the most pressing health concerns related to aging, especially as we grow older and our bodies become more vulnerable to chronic inflammation, oxidative stress, and immune system decline. Purple cabbage can act as a daily shield. One of its most potent features lies in its deep, rich color caused by natural plant pigments called anthocyanins. These aren't just for looks. Anthocyanins are powerful antioxidants that help neutralize harmful free radicals in the body. Free radicals cause cellular damage, speed up aging, and are closely linked to joint pain, cognitive decline, and heart disease. A 2020 study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition revealed that older adults who regularly consumed vegetables rich in anthocyanins, like purple cabbage, had a 24% lower risk of developing heart disease. That's nearly 1 in 4 people who could avoid major heart issues simply by adding this overlooked vegetable to their weekly meals. But that's not all. Purple cabbage also contains vitamin C, vitamin K, and sulforaphane, another antioxidant compound that helps support detoxification pathways in the liver. Together, these nutrients contribute to stronger blood vessels, better immune responses, and even improved skin elasticity, all areas where the aging body needs extra support. One of the most overlooked benefits of purple cabbage is how it improves gut health. It's a natural source of prebiotic fiber, which feeds the good bacteria in your digestive system. And after 60, a balanced gut microbiome becomes essential not just for digestion, but for immunity, mental clarity, and energy levels. Seniors with healthier gut flora often report fewer infections, better sleep, and smoother digestion overall. For maximum health impact, it's best to eat purple cabbage raw or lightly cooked. Overcooking breaks down anthocyanins and reduces its effectiveness. Try adding it shredded into salads, mixed into wraps, or tossed into homemade coleslaw with a splash of apple cider vinegar and extra virgin olive oil. Not only does this boost absorption of key nutrients, but it also enhances the taste without adding unhealthy fats. You can also stir-fry purple cabbage for just a few minutes with garlic and turmeric for a warm, anti-inflammatory meal. It's affordable, available in nearly every grocery store, and lasts for weeks in the fridge, making it one of the most practical and powerful vegetables you can eat. If you're over 60, dealing with joint aches, high blood pressure, or digestion issues, purple cabbage isn't just a colorful side dish, it's a strategic health move that can pay off for years to come. Number 3. Okra. Okra often gets passed over at the grocery store because of its unusual texture. Some call it slimy, others avoid it entirely. But if you're over 60, it's time to take a second look because this humble green pod may be one of the most powerful tools for managing your blood sugar, protecting your heart, and supporting brain clarity as you age. The secret to okra's superpower lies in its soluble fiber, especially a thick, gel-like substance called mucilage. This compound slows down the absorption of sugar in your digestive tract, helping prevent blood sugar spikes. And for seniors, many of whom face rising insulin resistance or are pre-diabetic, that's a big deal. As we age, our bodies become less responsive to insulin, the hormone that helps move sugar out of your blood and into your cells. When this system weakens, blood sugar stays elevated longer, putting you at risk for complications like heart disease, stroke, and kidney damage. But okra helps fight back. A 2021 study published in the Journal of Food Science and Nutrition found that participants who consumed okra daily for just 8 weeks saw their fasting blood sugar drop by over 20%. That kind of result is comparable to some medications without the side effects. But okra doesn't stop at blood sugar. It's also packed with antioxidants like quercetin, flavonoids, and vitamin C, which help reduce oxidative stress throughout the body. For seniors, this means better brain protection, improved circulation, and a stronger immune system. In fact, antioxidants in okra have been linked to reduced cognitive decline, making it a valuable ally if you're dealing with brain fog, memory lapses, or early signs of dementia. In addition to brain and heart benefits, okra also delivers key nutrients like vitamin K, which supports blood clotting and bone strength critical as bones naturally lose density with age. It also offers folate, which helps with red blood cell formation and energy metabolism, both important for maintaining stamina and vitality. Worried about the texture? Don't be. There are simple ways to prepare okra that reduce the stickiness while preserving its benefits. Try soaking sliced okra in vinegar for 30 minutes before cooking it cuts the sliminess dramatically. Then steam, roast, or toss it into soups and stews. For a crispier option, roast sliced okra in olive oil with a sprinkle of sea salt at a high temperature. Okra might not win any popularity contests, but it's one of the few vegetables that tackles multiple senior health concerns at once: blood sugar, inflammation, brain health, and bone strength. It's a low-cost, low-effort change that can yield high rewards. If you're serious about aging, well, okra deserves a permanent spot on your plate. Number 2. Beetroot. Beetroot isn't just a colorful root you pass by at the farmer's market. It's one of the most powerful natural tools for improving circulation, lowering blood pressure, and enhancing brain performance, especially for those over 60. As we age, our blood vessels tend to stiffen, reducing blood flow and placing extra strain on the heart. That's where beets shine. Beetroot is incredibly rich in natural nitrates compounds that your body converts into nitric oxide, a molecule that relaxes and widens blood vessels. This process helps lower blood pressure, improve circulation, and enhance oxygen delivery to critical organs, including your heart and brain. By BSAST. A 2019 clinical study published in Hypertension Research showed that seniors who drank beetroot juice daily experienced an 11-point drop in systolic blood pressure in just 4 weeks. That kind of reduction can dramatically cut the risk of heart attack and stroke, two of the most common health threats after 65. But beets don't just support the heart, they also benefit your brain. A 2017 study in the Journals of Gerontology found that older adults who consumed beetroot before moderate exercise had significantly increased blood flow to the brain's frontal lobe, the region responsible for decision-making, focus, and memory. Better blood flow equals better cognitive function. That means fewer memory lapses, improved concentration, and sharper mental performance as you age. Beetroot is also packed with betalains, a unique group of antioxidants known for their anti-inflammatory effects. These compounds help reduce joint swelling, ease arthritis symptoms, and protect cells from oxidative damage. And if you're struggling with chronic pain or joint stiffness, this could be a natural solution worth exploring. Additionally, beets are a great source of folate and manganese. Folate helps your body make new red blood cells and supports energy production, while manganese assists in bone formation and nutrient metabolism, both vital for active aging. When it comes to preparation, beets are more versatile than most people realize. Roasting them in the oven brings out their natural sweetness and keeps most of the nutrients intact. You can also slice cooked beets into salads, blend them into smoothies with apple and ginger, or enjoy them as a side dish with a drizzle of olive oil and lemon juice. Prefer a quick option? Look for pre-cooked, vacuum-sealed beets at the grocery store. They're ready to eat and just as nutritious. If you go the juice route, make sure it's 100% beet juice with no added sugar or preservatives. Beetroot may be simple, but its benefits are anything but. From protecting your heart and enhancing brain function to easing joint pain and boosting energy, this root vegetable deserves a regular spot on your plate, especially if you're over 60 and focused on long-term vitality. Number 1. Kale. Kale might be trendy, but for seniors over 60, it's more than a buzzword. It's a nutritional powerhouse that works on nearly every system in your body. From your vision and memory to your heart and bones, this leafy green delivers an extraordinary range of age-defying benefits that no supplement can match. Let's start with your eyes and brain. Kale is packed with two potent carotenoids, lutein and zeaxanthin. These plant compounds are essential for protecting the retina and the brain's cognitive centers. As you age, your risk of macular degeneration, a leading cause of vision loss, rises sharply. Your risk of cognitive decline and memory problems climbs too. But kale helps slow both. A 2020 study published in Neurology found that seniors with high dietary intake of lutein and zeaxanthin experienced 32% slower cognitive decline than those with low intake. That's the difference between staying sharp and independent or gradually fading mentally. Next, kale's impact on heart health is just as profound. It's rich in potassium, which helps counterbalance sodium in your diet, and magnesium, a mineral many seniors lack. Magnesium helps regulate heartbeat, prevent arrhythmias, and reduce overall blood pressure. Add to that kale's high fiber content, which lowers cholesterol, and you've got a complete cardiovascular support system in one simple vegetable. But kale doesn't stop there. It's one of the best sources of vitamin K1, which plays a key role in bone strength and arterial health. After 60, your bones naturally lose density, and your arteries are more prone to calcification, a dangerous process where calcium builds up in vessel walls, increasing heart attack risk. Just 1 cup of kale provides over 600% of your recommended daily intake of vitamin K. That's a big buffer against fractures, brittle bones, and clogged arteries. What's more, kale is filled with anti-inflammatory compounds like camphorol and glucosinolates. These help calm systemic inflammation, which is at the root of many age-related diseases, including diabetes, arthritis, and heart disease. A 2018 study in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience linked regular kale consumption with improved neuronal activity in older adults, especially in regions responsible for memory, movement, and sensory function. However, there is one important note. Raw kale in large amounts can interfere with thyroid function, especially if you have existing thyroid issues. The solution? Light cooking. Gently sauté kale in olive oil with garlic for 3–5 minutes, or steam it briefly to deactivate the goitrogens while preserving its powerful nutrients. For something fun, try making homemade kale chips. Just tear the leaves, toss them in olive oil, sprinkle with sea salt, and bake until crisp. Kale is cheap, easy to find, and incredibly effective. If there's one vegetable seniors should eat daily, this is it. Now that you've seen the 4 vegetables that protect your heart, sharpen your brain, and strengthen your body after 60, it's time to look at the other side because not all vegetables are safe. The next four may look healthy, but they could quietly be doing real harm every time you eat them. Number 4, corn. Corn may seem innocent, especially when it shows up at summer barbecues or in a steaming bowl of soup, but for seniors over 60, it can quietly become a metabolic landmine. The problem isn't just that it's common. It's what corn does to your blood sugar and insulin response that makes it a silent threat. Corn is considered a high glycemic vegetable, which means it causes your blood sugar to spike quickly after eating. In fact, some types of corn spike blood sugar faster than white bread or sugary cereal. And if you're over 60, your body is already becoming more resistant to insulin, the hormone responsible for clearing sugar from your blood and delivering it into your cells. When insulin resistance sets in, sugar stays in your bloodstream longer, causing damage to blood vessels, nerves, and organs. A 2020 study published in Diabetes Care found that older adults who regularly consumed high glycemic vegetables, like corn, had a 46% higher risk of insulin resistance and cardiovascular disease. That means corn isn't just contributing to weight gain, it's potentially setting the stage for type 2 diabetes, heart attacks, and strokes. Unlike complex carbs found in lentils or oats, corn doesn't offer long-lasting energy. Instead, it causes a sharp energy spike followed by a crash. This roller coaster effect puts extra stress on your heart, confuses hormonal signals, and leaves you feeling fatigued not long after eating. It gets worse when you consider how corn is usually served: creamed, canned, buttered, or salted forms that are high in sodium and often loaded with added sugar or preservatives. Even sweet corn varieties have been bred to contain more sugar than ever before. That means they hit your bloodstream even harder than corn did decades ago. If you still want to enjoy corn once in a while, portion control is key. But it should never be a regular staple on your plate. Instead, choose low glycemic vegetables like cauliflower, zucchini, or broccoli, which help maintain steady energy, reduce inflammation, and support blood sugar stability. Corn isn't inherently evil, but for seniors, it's a stealthy disruptor. Because it's so familiar and easy to prepare, many people overlook the long-term consequences. But if you're dealing with fatigue, belly fat, rising blood sugar, or high blood pressure, removing corn from your regular diet could be one of the smartest decisions you make this year. Number 3, potatoes. Potatoes are one of the most comforting and familiar foods on the planet. Mashed, fried, roasted, they show up on dinner plates everywhere. But after age 60, that comfort can quietly become a problem. Because while potatoes are technically a vegetable, they behave in the body more like sugar. And for seniors, that's a serious issue. The biggest concern with white potatoes is their high glycemic index, meaning they cause a rapid spike in blood sugar. Once you eat them, your body converts their starches into glucose very quickly, which triggers a rush of insulin. Over time, these repeated surges can wear down your pancreas, decrease insulin sensitivity, and lead to insulin resistance, a key factor in type 2 diabetes. A 2016 study published in the BMJ followed over 70,000 adults and found that those who consumed potatoes 4 or more times per week had a 33% higher risk of developing high blood pressure. That's a direct hit to seniors, many of whom are already managing cardiovascular risks. The problem doesn't stop there. Most people don't eat potatoes plain. They're often fried, mashed with butter and salt, or turned into chips preparations that layer on saturated fats and sodium, two major contributors to heart disease. Fried potatoes, in particular, have been linked to increased artery inflammation due to the formation of a chemical called acrylamide, which develops when starchy foods are cooked at high temperatures. Even boiled potatoes, which are sometimes seen as healthier, release glucose rapidly and provide very little fiber unless you eat the skin. And most people don't type. That makes potatoes a fast-burning starch with limited protective nutrients, especially compared to colorful vegetables like carrots, kale, or bell peppers. For seniors already dealing with weight gain, fatigue after meals, or difficulty controlling blood sugar, regular potato consumption can worsen symptoms. Many older adults report feeling sluggish or bloated after potato-heavy meal, signs that the body is struggling to regulate the energy load. That doesn't mean you have to give up potatoes completely, but they should become an occasional treat, not a dietary staple. If you're craving something starchy, consider switching to sweet potatoes. They have a lower glycemic impact and contain fiber, beta-carotene, and antioxidants that protect the eyes, skin, and immune system. Potatoes are cheap, familiar, and satisfying. But after 60, every bite matters, and white potatoes often deliver more harm than help. Limiting them now can protect your heart, balance your energy, and help you avoid a slow slide into blood sugar trouble. Number 2. Eggplant. Eggplant often earns praise for being low in calories and rich in color, but for many seniors, it can quietly trigger inflammation, digestive discomfort, and even kidney trouble. That's because eggplant contains compounds that don't always agree with the aging body, especially if you already deal with arthritis, joint pain, or sensitive digestion. The main concern lies in a group of natural chemicals called alkaloids, specifically solanine and nasonin. These substances help protect the plant from pests, but in your body, they can irritate the nervous system and increase oxidative stress. A 2021 study published in Frontiers in Pharmacology found that excessive consumption of alkaloid-rich vegetables like eggplant can lead to nerve inflammation, impaired signaling, and worsen joint symptoms, particularly in older adults. For seniors already managing arthritis or muscular stiffness, eggplant can act like fuel on the fire, intensifying pain and inflammation without you realizing the cause. In fact, many people report noticeable increases in joint discomfort, fatigue, or digestive upset within 24 hours of eating grilled or fried eggplant dishes. But that's not the only concern. Eggplant is also high in oxalates, natural compounds that can contribute to kidney stone formation, especially as kidney function declines with age. A 2019 study, published in Annals of Neurology, noted that older adults with reduced kidney efficiency were significantly more vulnerable to oxalate accumulation, which can form painful calcium oxalate stones over time. Digestion is another issue. The skin of eggplant can be tough and fibrous, making it difficult to break down, especially for those with a sensitive gut, IBS, or a history of acid reflux. Undercooked eggplant can leave you feeling bloated, gassy, or uncomfortable after meals. To be fair, eggplant does contain antioxidants like nasonin, which can protect brain cells from oxidative damage. But for seniors who are already inflamed or dealing with kidney or nerve issues, those benefits often don't outweigh the risks. If you still enjoy eggplant occasionally, there are ways to reduce its negative impact. First, always cook it thoroughly. Raw or undercooked eggplant contains higher levels of solanine and is much harder to digest. Second, soak the slices in salt water before cooking. This helps remove some of the alkaloids and reduces bitterness. And third, peel the skin if you're sensitive to fiber or have known digestive issues. Still, for many seniors, eggplant ends up doing more harm than good. If you struggle with inflammation, kidney function, or sensitive digestion, this vegetable might be one worth skipping. There are safer, more nourishing options that offer the same antioxidants without the baggage. Number 1. Canned tomatoes. Tomatoes on their own aren't the enemy. In fact, fresh tomatoes are packed with antioxidants like lycopene, which support heart and prostate health. But when tomatoes are canned, they transform into something far more concerning for seniors. Why? Because the combination of tomato acidity and the chemical-lined cans they're stored in creates a dangerous cocktail that most people over 60 have no idea they're swallowing. Here's what's really happening. Most canned foods, including tomatoes, are lined with a synthetic compound called BPA, short for bisphenol A. BPA is used to keep the can from rusting and extend shelf life. The problem? BPA is a known endocrine disruptor, meaning it interferes with your hormone balance, including estrogen, testosterone, and thyroid hormones. And after 60, when hormone levels are already declining, this added disruption can tip the scale toward fatigue, weight gain, and mood instability. A 2020 study in environmental research found that adults with the highest BPA levels in their bloodstream had a 91% greater risk of heart disease compared to those with the lowest levels. That's a shocking statistic, and it hits seniors hardest because our ability to clear toxins through the liver slows down with age, allowing chemicals like BPA to build up more quickly and do more damage over time. What makes canned tomatoes particularly dangerous is their high acidity. Tomato acid breaks down the BPA lining in the can, which causes it to leach directly into the food. So when you heat that canned tomato sauce or add it to pasta, you're not just getting nutrients, you're getting a dose of synthetic chemicals linked to cancer, hormone imbalance, and heart failure. That's not all. Most canned tomato products are loaded with sodium, sometimes packing over 500 milligrams of salt per serving. That's nearly a quarter of your daily limit in one small bowl. High sodium intake leads to increased blood pressure, water retention, kidney strain, and swelling in the hands and legs, all common issues for seniors. The good news? This is one of the easiest problems to fix. Start by replacing canned tomatoes with those sold in glass jars, which don't contain BPA. Or better yet, make your own tomato sauces at home using fresh, ripe tomatoes, garlic, olive oil, and herbs. If you must use canned, choose BPA-free brands, but even then, be cautious. BPA-free alternatives still carry risks. Don't let canned tomatoes silently sabotage your heart, hormones, and kidneys. It's a small change, but one that can pay off big in your energy, blood pressure, and long-term health. Now you know the truth. Not all vegetables are safe. Some nourish your heart, your brain, and your immune system. Others quietly sabotage your health, spiking your blood sugar, inflaming your joints, and overloading your kidneys without warning signs until it's too late. The good ones, like kale, beets, okra, and purple cabbage, fight back against the most common issues seniors face after 60. They reduce inflammation, improve memory, support circulation, and even help protect your bones and vision. They aren't expensive or exotic, just smart choices backed by real science. But the wrong vegetables? They pretend to be healthy while slowly weakening your body from the inside out. That's why every bite matters, especially now. So tell us in the comments, which vegetable surprised you the most today? And if you want more science-based food advice to help you stay strong, sharp, and independent well into your 70s and beyond, hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and tap the bell icon so you don't miss what's coming next. Your body deserves better than guesswork. Let's get it right together.